Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a deep dive on Dubbify AI.
Okay.
We found this article called Dubbify Exclusive, and it's making some pretty wild claims about this new AI tool.
It is pretty hype heavy.
Yeah, it's like super hyped up marketing language,
Right.
talking about like translating any video with a click and, making thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah. Sounds like they took every content creator's dream and like shoved it into a shiny little package.
Exactly. So we're going to unpack it all.
Right, but beneath all the gloss, there's a question we need to answer.
Yeah.
Like, is this really groundbreaking or is it just clever salesmanship?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's start with like what Dubbify AI claims to actually do.
Yeah.
So they say that you can take any video URL, so whether it's from YouTube or Vimeo or wherever,
Mm-hmm.
you just paste it in, and this AI can translate it, dub it, and even perfectly lip sync it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they're saying skip the studios, skip the voice actors, like we've got it all right here.
Yeah, they're basically saying like forget all the expensive stuff.
Right.
This AI can do it all.
And not just that, they say that it keeps that 4K quality and lets you control all the background audio.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. And even clone like anyone's voice with the exact tone and emotion.
So wait, you're telling me like I could have Margot Freeman narrate my video?
Theoretically, yeah. How important is that level of control like to your content?
I mean, that's pretty cool, I gotta admit.
It is.
But why all this emphasis on global reach? Is
Well-
that just a marketing ploy, or is there actually something to it?
I think there is something to it. They're highlighting this huge piece of the puzzle that most people don't even consider. 90% of online users don't speak English.
Really?
Yeah, it's like 6.7 billion people.
Wow.
Imagine the possibilities if you could reach even a fraction of them. We're talking Mr. Beast levels of views here.
Yeah, I knew that non-English speaker audiences were large,
Mm-hmm.
but I never really thought of it like that.
Yeah.
It really makes you wonder how much opportunity is being missed by just focusing on English content.
Exactly. And that's exactly what Dubbify is banking on.
Okay.
They even point to examples like Mr. Beast and his Spanish channel, which gets over 700 million views.
Oh, wow.
So could you imagine your content getting that kind of global exposure?
That's mind-blowing. So they're basically saying, don't limit yourself,
Mm-hmm.
break those language barriers, and just take your content global.
Take your content global.
But how realistic is this whole, like, business in a box model that they're pushing?
Well, I mean, they are tapping into a real need. Think about it. Companies are currently paying somewhere between $500 to $5,000 per dubbed video.
Wow.
Yeah, if Dubbify can really deliver on what they're promising,
Yeah.
this could be huge for small businesses and creators.
Yeah.
Imagine walking into a business and saying, hey, I can turn your video into this multilingual masterpiece
Right.
for a fraction of the cost.
And of course, to sweeten the deal, they have all that social proof. All these testimonials from users saying that they've doubled their YouTube views or closed huge deals or even like gone from a local to a global business just like that.
Yeah, it's classic. But it does make you wonder, are these real or is it just marketing?
Right. It's only one side of the story.
Exactly.
And then there's the price, a one-time fee of $16.95.
Oh, wow.
But they have that countdown timer, to create that fear of missing out.
Uh-huh.
And if you wait too long, then it jumps up to a monthly fee of $997.
Plus, they're just throwing in all these bonuses like access to this live mastermind event and a 26-in-1 software bundle. It's almost like information overload.
Right.
But before we get too caught up in all the excitement, we need to step back and look at this critically.
Yeah.
What are some red flags that are popping up for you?
Yeah, let's talk about that. Okay, I'm really intrigued by this whole voice cloning thing.
Yeah.
They make it sound like you can take anyone's voice and have them say anything.
Right.
Is that even possible with AI? I mean, how advanced is this technology?
Voice cloning tech has actually come a long way. With these deep learning algorithms, we can create really, really realistic synthetic voices.
So theoretically, I could have like David Attenborough narrate my cat videos.
Yeah, potentially.
Wow, that's kind of amazing and a little creepy at the same time.
Right.
But how does Dubbify AI claim to understand all the context and accents and like even cultural nuances?
Right.
That just seems like a huge leap for AI.
Well, they're probably training their AI model on these massive data sets of text and audio from like tons of different languages and accents and cultural references.
So the more the AI learns, the better it gets at understanding like the nuances of language.
Exactly. It's like building a digital Rosetta Stone.
Like-
It's constantly learning and evolving.
So how accurate can it really be though? I mean, Dubbify claims that their AI understands cultural nuances, but Do you think that an algorithm trained on like Hollywood movies can actually grasp the complexities of like Japanese humor or South American slang?
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. You know, it's easy to get caught up in the hype and forget that AI is still based on the data it's fed.
Right.
There are definitely limitations to consider.
So hypothetically, if Dubbify AI really works as well as they claim, what could this mean for the future of content creation?
I mean, just imagine a world where language is no longer this barrier to accessing information or entertainment or education.
Right.
Content creators could reach a global audience without needing to spend tons of money on translation dubbing services.
Yeah.
It could really be this democratizing force, empowering anyone with a story to share it with the world.
That's a really inspiring vision, but let's flip the coin for a second.
Good.
Could this also lead to job losses in like the translation and voice acting industries?
Yeah, of course, any disruptive technology is going to have its downsides,
Right.
but I see AI more as an amplifier than a replacement.
Okay.
Think of it as a tool to enhance what humans can do, not eliminate them altogether.
Right.
Translators and voice actors could use AI to work more efficiently, focus on the creative parts, while AI handles all the repetitive tasks.
So instead of fearing AI, we should learn to use it effectively, like work alongside it, not against it.
Exactly. We need to adapt and evolve with the technology, not resist it.
Yeah.
The question is, will the quality be there? Will AI dubbed content ever have the same impact as something created by humans, for humans in their native language?
That's a great question. It makes me wonder about the future of storytelling in a world where AI is playing a bigger role.
Yeah.
But let's shift gears a bit and talk about the business side.
Okay.
Dubbify AI is marketing itself as a way to make money by offering these video translation services. How viable is that business model, really?
Well, it's a huge market for high-quality video translation and dubbing services.
Mm-hmm.
And if Dubbify AI really delivers on its promises, there's huge potential for profit services. Businesses are already paying a premium for these services, so the demand is definitely there.
But wouldn't everyone just jump on this if it was so easy and profitable?
Well, it's not as simple as that. Just because the technology exists doesn't mean everyone will use it effectively.
Right.
There's always going to be a need for human expertise, especially when it comes to creative content. Plus, as the technology becomes more common, the prices will likely drop and make it more accessible to everyone.
So it's all about staying ahead of the curve and figuring out how to use this technology to your advantage.
Right.
What are some key things that listeners should consider if they're thinking about using a tool like Dubbify AI?
Well, first, do your research.
Okay.
Don't buy into the hype. Look for independent reviews and testimonials from people you trust and evidence that the technology actually works as well as they say.
Don't let the fear of missing out cloud your judgment.
Exactly. It's like with any new gadget.
Right.
You don't buy the first version, you wait for the reviews and for the kinks to get worked out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What else?
Think about your target audience.
Mhm.
Who are you trying to reach? What languages do they speak? What are their cultural preferences? Understanding your audience is key for making content that really resonates with them.
It's more than just translating words. It's about connecting with them on a cultural level.
Exactly. A good translation captures all the little nuances and the subtleties of the original language and culture. Don't underestimate the importance of human touch.
Right.
Even if you're using AI for translation, have a human expert check it over and refine it.
So it's about using AI as a tool to make us better, not to replace us entirely.
Exactly. AI is powerful, but it's not a magic solution.
I think that's a great takeaway for our listeners. AI is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used well or it can be used poorly. It's up to us to learn how to use it responsibly and ethically. We've covered a lot of ground, from voice cloning and AI translation to like the potential business opportunities.
Right.
But now let's bring it back to you, the listener.
Okay.
What does all this mean for you in your content?
Let's try a little thought experiment here. Let's say Dubbify AI actually delivers on like half of its promises.
Okay.
What could that unlock for you?
Hmm.
What new doors could open?
For me, I think it would be incredible to reach a global audience. I put a lot of work into my videos, and it would be amazing to connect with people from all over the world who might enjoy them.
Right, exactly. Think bigger, though. Like a small business with a great product could suddenly find customers in new markets they never even considered.
Mm-hmm.
Educational content could reach students in like every corner of the world, breaking down all those language barriers. What possibilities come to mind for you?
It's almost like that dream of a universal translator is becoming real.
Right.
And of course, there's always a but.
There always is. I think the biggest question is, can this level of AI really be achieved at such a low price.
Right.
Is Dubbify AI truly groundbreaking, or are they just overpromising?
Yeah, and even if the tech is there, will the quality live up to all the hype? That's what I keep coming back to. Will AI dubbed content ever really capture those nuances, the humor, the heart of something created by humans for humans in their own language?
It's a fascinating debate.
Yeah.
Some experts think that AI will never truly replicate all the complexities of how we communicate,
Mm-hmm.
and others believe that AI, with enough data and refinement, will eventually surpass human capabilities.
Wow.
It really makes you think about the future of creativity and what it means to be human in a world that's increasingly shaped by AI.
That's getting pretty deep, but that's what I love about these deep dives.
Oh.
It's not just about exploring some new tool, it's about thinking about the bigger impact it could have on society and culture.
So if there's just one thing you take away from this deep dive, let it be this: stay curious, stay critical.
Mm-hmm.
AI is changing the world so fast. Explore these new tools, but do it with a discerning mind. Question everything, look for evidence, and think about how this technology can be used to create a better future.
I love that. Stay curious, stay critical. And on that note, we've reached the end of our Dubbify AI deep dive. We've explored the hype, the tech, the potential, and the questions that still need answers.
Yeah?
But the conversation doesn't end here. What resonated with you today? What questions are still swirling around in your mind?
Mm.
Do you think this kind of AI is a force for good, a potential problem, or somewhere in between? Head over to our website, share your thoughts, and let's keep this conversation going. The future of content creation, of communication itself, is being shaped right now, and your voice is part of that conversation.
Until next time,
You
keep diving deep and keep asking the big questions.